On today's book review, we have New Moon by Stephenie Meyer. This is the second book in the Twilight series. So in New Moon, Edward leaves in protection of Bella and she starts to build her relationship with Jacob, which I was not a fan of. I am Team Edward, so obviously I skipped. New Moon has always been my least favorite book in the series. In fact, in all my rereads, I don't think I ever really read New Moon until my most recent reread. But this last reread, I decided to read it thoroughly. And why did New Moon make its way up to the top of my list for my favorites? I just feel like it's such a hidden gem. What really stood out to me in New Moon, especially in the first 30 pages, I think it was page 36, where I felt like the author really broke down the gospel. And for a minute, I was like, she's gotta be Christian or something. Well, come to find out, it turns out she's Mormon. And I watched a breakdown of an ex-Mormon breaking down all the different clues into how she incorporated her faith into the books. And I was like, oh my goodness, that makes sense. Usually Christianity is the foundations of a lot of these dialect religions, and then they add their own stuff to it. So it definitely makes sense that she broke down the gospel, but that definitely piqued my interest. And also, I don't know, because I'm older and I'm not delusional, but her relationship with Jacob was actually pretty healthy, or at the very minimum what we should desire out of relationships, somebody who cares about us, especially with how Jacob was treating her. He was literally at her beck and call, head over heels for her. Edward can be kind of psychotic, controlling, very obsessive, whereas Jacob, I felt it was more a passionate love. She did have that passionate love with Edward as well, but I don't know, something about, there's a difference. But I found myself rooting for Jacob, because I'm like, how you just gonna leave her? Edward leaving her was so selfish, and Jacob showing up despite knowing that she was down bad over this other guy was so selfless. I don't know, I almost started rooting for her and Jacob, but there's something about her and Edward that it just gives, But anyways, I really enjoyed reading New Moon. I feel like I saw it through different lenses and I appreciate it way more than I have ever. So I give it a 5-star. And if you would have asked me before this reread, I probably would have said a 2.5, 3 maybe. And I will link that video down below, because it was very interesting to see an ex-Mormon break down all the ways Mormonism was incorporated into the book.